Hey guys, it's me, Seren, back with another car video. Fun fact for all of my newer subscribers. Hi, new subscribers. I know there's quite a few of you. Hi, new subscribers. Fun fact for a lot of my newer subscribers, the reason why I do car videos, like how car videos were born or whatever, is actually because when I first started doing daily Hidden Figures videos in February 3 years ago. This is my third year in a row doing it. When I first started doing the videos 3 years ago, it was really hard to do daily videos for Hidden Figures and to do videos on other topics on the computer. So I actually did my very first car video. It was on Charlotte the God, cooning for racist Malibu Barbie, Tommy Loren. That was my very first car video because I was doing daily videos for Black History Month, and I was like, I have to talk about this shit. I'm just gonna have to do it in the car, and that was where car videos came from. So a lot of you guys have been asking me to do a video on Naomi Campbell. She put on Instagram that Black History Month is for all people of color around the world. I don't know. Okay, I feel like people be acting like I pick on the Black Brits. I do not pick on the Black Brits. Y'all have to understand, because Naomi Campbell is British, right? Like, she's a Black Brit. Y'all have to understand that, like, I don't know, like, the Black Brits be talking like they be the ones. Like, they be the ones that say this wild ass shit. I don't be picking on them. I don't be deciding. Like, Naomi Campbell fixed her fingers to put a post up on Instagram of her, Nelson Mandela, and Quincy Jones, and write in the caption, Black History Month is without borders and is for all people of color all over the world. That's what she wrote, okay? Now, I didn't make her write it. She did it, okay? And y'all have been asking me to talk about it. So, number one, this POC shit, excuse me, this POC shit is very insidious. I've done at least 5. I've done so many videos now, and I've written an essay called Do Not Call Me a POC, I'm Black, on this concept of, like, person of color being used interchangeably with Black, like as if these phrases are synonyms. These phrases are not synonyms. That's literally what my video is called. It's called, like, these are not synonyms, okay? Like, a person of color, a non-Black person of color, like a East Asian, for example, this person can be racist, they can be anti-Black, they often are. I've done videos actually on anti-Black racism in Asia. An example that I always like to use is that another one of the reasons for the LA riots in the 90s, along with the beating of Rodney King by the LAPD, was the murder of Latasha Harlan. She was a 15-year-old Black American girl that was killed by a Korean shopkeeper that wrongfully accused her of stealing. She said she didn't steal, pulled out the gun, shot her, okay? So that was a non-Black person of color, a POC, right, that killed a Black girl due to anti-Black racism. So number one, I've long had an issue with this, like, POC, person of color. That's, like, a really nice way to, like, hide your anti-Black racism. Gina Rodriguez, as we all know, is a person of color, you know, woman of color, but she's an anti-Black racist. She always got something to say about Black people. Like, this POC thing, again, is very insidious. It's a way of grouping everybody up under some umbrella so that people could benefit off of the work of Black people, and usually Black Americans specifically, while still holding anti-Black racist beliefs. So number one, Naomi can go fuck herself. Talk about some Black History Month is for all people of color all over the globe. Like, no, it's not. It's not. It's not for people of color all over the globe. And while we're here, let's get a little bit into the history of Black History Month. Black History Month came from Negro Achievement Week, which was created by Carter G. Woodson, who was a Black American historian. The deliberate purpose of Black History Month in February is to honor the achievements of Black Americans specifically, as well as to honor our place in American history. Every time this time of year rolls around, in addition to the POC Brigade coming out talking about POC, we all need to be grouped up under the black shit. You get the white people talking about some why is there not a white history month. For any of y'all that might be watching this video, I don't know how you found yourselves here, but for any of y'all that might be watching this video, the reason why we don't have a white history month is because every month is white history month, okay? Just like the reason why we don't have a white entertainment television is because every channel is white entertainment television. White people are seen as the quote-unquote norm and the standard, right? That's why we don't have that. We also have been having this really interesting thing happening fairly recently, I would say, within you know, the world of social media, which is that when February rolls around, you have this pushback against a Black American sort of specificity, I guess you could say, where people say, well, why do we always talk about Black Americans in February for Black History Month? Why don't we talk about Black people all over the world? Black Americans are like so American-centric, and they're always trying to, you know, leave the rest of us out. Number one, there is a global Black History Month. It's in October, right? Who knew, right? Did you know that? Black History Month is usually celebrated in Britain in October, okay? It's also celebrated in Ireland in October. I believe it's celebrated in New Zealand in October. Global Black History Month, which is a month dedicated to the achievements of Black people all over the world, is in October. Black American History Month specifically, which grew out of Negro Achievement Week, as started by the Black American historian Carter G. Woodson, is in February, okay? Like, this is our month. Like, this is actually our month. This is not the month for the POCs. This is not the month for the whites. This is not the month for the foreign blacks. Y'all have your own month. Your month's in October, okay? February is ours, right? So this is why I also keep talking about how ultimately all this grouping under the POC umbrella, or even under the we all black, we're all the same umbrella, is ultimately a bad thing in the long run. We're different, just like my video says. We're different, and it's fine. Because ultimately, when you continue to group everyone under these umbrellas and not respect differences in ethnicity, in culture, as well as in race, you end up erasing, you know, Azealia Banks's word, cultural smudging. You end up erasing the things that actually do make us different, and the things that, you know, are special and unique and amazing and wonderful about us, right? The fact that people don't know that October is a global, you know, Black History Month is because everybody latches on to the Black American identity, which I've also done videos about, you know, this idea that blackness is a concept, you know, that to be Black American is a concept. It's like that it's quote unquote not a real thing, that anybody can be it, that anybody Black can be it, that anybody POC, person of color, can be it, that anybody oppressed can be it, that anybody poor can be it, that anybody that grew up in the hood can be it, that anybody that grew up without a daddy can be it, that anybody that was ever on food stamps can be it, that anybody that ever had a hard time can be it. Number one, all those things are not synonymous with blackness, okay? Like, and especially not being a Black American. Those are stereotypes, and they're majority like negative stereotypes that are associated with us, that people say, well, I've done all these things so I get to be Black. No, Black is a race, and Black American is an ethnicity, okay? Like, that's some shit you either is or you ain't. You don't get grandfathered in because you're oppressed. Again, we've talked about this concept of political blackness, of cultural blackness. You know, Gina Rodriguez tried to pull that out of her back pocket. Fucking Latinx people like to do that all the time, you know, like, are you Black? I'm from the Bronx. Nigga, that's not what I asked you, you know? This idea that like geography and like proximity to Black niggas, motherfuckers, like that, all that shit makes a person Black. None of that shit makes you Black. And none of that shit means that Black History Month is the time to honor you, okay? Black History Month in February is Black American History Month. It was started by a Black American with the specific intent of honoring not only, you know, Black Americans, but our place in American history, and the fact that our history is in fact American history. And there is a whole other month, October, for the honoring of global blackness, but we don't know that because everybody latches on to the Black American identity. Everybody wants to ride on this train. Everybody want to be a nigga, and yet nobody want to be a nigga when it comes time to talk about the race shit and actually do the fighting and do the protesting and do the activism. Oh, then it's boring, right? Daniel Kaluuya. Then we're bored and we don't want to talk about it and we're tired of it, right? And then the Black Americans are doing too motherfucking much, right? Like flip-flopping, double dipping, you know, POC umbrella-ing, all this just ridiculousness. As soon as I see Naomi put that shit, I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, and Naomi has been ridiculous. She is very tone deaf and completely out of it when it comes to race relations in the United States, because she is not a Black American. She's a Black Brit. Unfortunately, she has this huge platform because of her modeling career that she can make these type of statements, and people are gonna be like, woo, yeah, you see, this is why those Black Americans need to calm the fuck down. Black History Month is for all POC. Like, what type of bullshit is that? Like, it's actually funny to me. It's like a joke. It's not funny. Like, I know it's not funny. I know a lot of people were like really genuinely upset by her saying this, but it's just like, I wasn't surprised. And again, all of this stems back to like this idea that number one, to be Black is a concept. It's not a real thing. And especially that to be a Black American is a concept. It's not a real thing. It's something that people could just put on and take off like a coat. Put it on, get some benefits, you know, go to some Black History Month day parties, have some fun, and then, you know, take it off when they become bored, when they're bored with it, when they're done with it, when they're over it. And it's just like, this is why we as Black Americans keep pushing for the importance of like, no, we are our own ethnicity. Like, we are our own culture. You're not a part of it. Sorry. You have your own month. You have your own time. And we can celebrate that. Like, we should celebrate Global Black History Month in October. We should. It should be a big deal. It should be just as big as Black American History Month in February. Instead of everybody trying to latch onto us, everybody needs to be doing their own thing and representing for themselves and putting it on for themselves and bigging up themselves and understanding the importance of their own ethnicity and culture, rather than just trying to get a free ride on Black Americans all the time and then open up our shit to other people. Like, Naomi Campbell, you're not even a Black American, sis. Like, how are you outside the club hating trying to get in? How are you trying to open up Black American History Month for all POC? Like, honey, this ain't even for you, let alone for the POC that you're trying to grandfather in because person of color, right? Don't even call me a person of color. I don't even like that shit. So there will be obviously related videos in the description box about all the things that I just mentioned, but it's just like, it's been years now of me talking about this, and as bad as everybody tried to talk about me in the beginning, a bitch has not been proven wrong yet. So Black American History Month, okay? For anybody mad about it, we got y'all in October. Food for thought as always. See you guys next time. Peace.